Good evening, Lancer fans, and welcome to Lawrence High School in Lawrence, Massachusetts for this matchup in varsity football between the Tewksbury Redmen and the Lancers of Lawrence High. Your Lancers come into the game with a record of 0-4. They are coming off a loss in North Andover. Meanwhile, Tewksbury comes in at 3-1, coming off a victory against Drake. We'd like to thank you for joining us this evening on LPS Media, your home for Lawrence Lancers athletics. My name is Jay Oza, here with you tonight for all the play-by-play commentary. We'd like to thank you for joining us. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with the kickoff. Welcome back, Lancer fans, and thanks for joining us this evening on LPS Media, your home for Lawrence Lancers athletics. Our crew tonight, Katie Curiel, David Vinas, our producer, Fernando Rodriguez. My name is Jay Oza, and thank you for joining us for this varsity football matchup between the Tewksbury Redmen and your Lawrence High School Lancers. Tewksbury in the white uniforms with the red trim, and the Lancers the blue uniforms with the white trim. Lancers looking for their first win since October 16th, 2015. That was a 41-20 win versus Drake. And since then, the well has gone dry. Last week, the Lancers unveiled a new offense led by sophomore quarterback Jacob Tamayo. Ronnie Pena, former quarterback, getting involved in the offense as a wide receiver and a running back. Lancers won the toss, and they choose to defer. 0-4 to start off the season. Tewksbury coming in at 3-1. They defeated Drake last week. Here is Muset Mesidor to kick things off. We are underway from Lawrence. Game number 5 of the 2017 season. Nice tackle by the special teams unit, and Tewksbury will take over at the 20-yard line, led by junior quarterback number 11, James Connolly. Tewksbury 3-1 this year, ranked number 22nd in the state by the Boston Herald. And we'll see how they fare here in this away game in Lawrence. Lancers, as I mentioned, trying to get their first win of the season, first win since October 16th of 2015. Connolly under center. He's going to hand it off to start things off. It's Brandon Wynn, the senior running back, getting the carry on first down.
Number 9, Brandon Wynn on the carry for Tewksbury.
Wynn picks up about 4, 2nd and 6 upcoming.
Second down and 6 now for Tewksbury, 24. Starting linebackers tonight for Lawrence. Number 2, junior Brandon Santel, and number 18, junior Dorian Ray.
Connolly now in the shotgun with 2 backs in the backfield. Man in motion, it's a jet sweep. And a few yards, that's going to bring up a 3rd and short. Number 20, Nolan Cavanaugh, the senior, on the carry.
Nolan Cavanaugh on the carry for Tewksbury. Pick up a 3 yards.
3rd and 3 coming up for the Lancers, trying for a stop here on the first drive of the ball game.
Starting defensive backs for Lawrence tonight. Brian Harris, number 12, the junior strong safety. Number 16, Chris Chevrolet at free safety.
Connolly back in the shotgun here on 3rd down and 3. First drive of the ball game. Man in motion left to right. Back to throw is Connolly. He rolls to his right, pivots, scrambling around. He's going to try and run for the first, and he's got it down the near side across the 40 to the 45, and he's out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. Tewksbury in business here on their first drive of the ball game, picking up a first down on 3rd and 3. Murillo in to make the tackle here on the near sideline.
Manny Lara, number 13, the sophomore, also back at safety for the Lancers. 1st and 10 now for Tewksbury from their own 48.
First and 10, Tewksbury from their own 48-yard line. Connolly in the shotgun with one back in the backfield. Connolly back to throw, fires over the middle, and that's caught for a Tewksbury first down into Lancer territory. That's Shane Elward, the sophomore wide receiver on the reception. Nice chunk of yardage for the Redmen there on first down. Gain of 19 for Aylward. Trick play formation here. We have a swinging gate formation. Connolly in a deep shotgun formation. And he's back to throw. Strange play. Connolly fires. And it's caught inside the 5 towards the end zone. And it's a touchdown for the Redmen on a trick play swinging gate formation. The gate never swung. 29-yard touchdown pass by Connolly. Mason Lorick made the catch inside the 5 and stretched forward. And it's 6-0 Redmen here early. In to kick the extra point is Tyler Keel, number 23 for the Redmen. Lancers might have jumped offside. The extra point is up. It's on the way. It is good. It's 7-0. So a 29-yard pass from Connolly to Mason Lorick makes it 7-0. Folks, we're happy to announce that the Lancer football team has joined up with the Coaches vs. Cancer program in order to fight against breast cancer. The Coaches vs. Cancer program empowers coaches, their teams, and communities to join the fight against cancer by participating in awareness efforts, advocacy programs, and fundraising activities. Participating teams have raised more than $100 million to date to help the American Cancer Society's mission. Donations are being accepted all night tonight, and we also encourage you to join Lancer football in the fight against breast cancer. So after a 29-yard pass, an interesting trick play formation, Connolly gets it to Mason Lorick to make it 6-0. Short kickoff is returned by Lawrence, and they're going to have some decent field position at their own 41-yard line. That is Anthony Garcia, number 13 for the Lancers, with the return. And the junior sets up Lawrence with some solid field position on their first drive of the ball game, down 7-0 with 8:09 remaining here in the first quarter. And here is Jacob Tamayo in at quarterback for the Lancers, his second varsity start. He's in the shotgun formation with two backs in the backfield, two wideouts, one to either side. It's a handoff and a loss of yardage on the rushing attempt. Ronnie Pena, the first down carry, loses 2. That'll bring up 2nd down and 12.
Lost 1 yard on the play, 2nd down and 11.
Tamayo, the sophomore, under center in the I formation. 2 wide to either side. Tamayo takes the snap, play action fake, throws far side, and it's caught. Montanez with the reception on the far side, almost gets it to midfield. The Lancers need to get it to the Tewksbury 49 for a first down. Pickup of 9 yards on the reception by Montanez. And that brings up 3rd down and 3. Tamayo once again under center in the I formation. 2 wide receiver set. Tamayo toss right. And Pena is not going to pick up the first down. He gets it just barely to midfield, maybe to the 49-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th and a long yard. Call it 4th and 2. And it looks like a punting situation for the Lancers as they go 3 and out on their first drive of the ball game. Mesidor, number 43 for the Lancers, is back to punt. Bad snap, it gets behind Mesidor, and he manages to somehow get a punt away. Great job. And it's going to take a Tewksbury bounce, and it's downed at the 45-yard line. It was a bad snap that got behind Mesidor. Mesidor, like a magician, he's been able to do that a few times this season, somehow evades the rush and gets the punt away. And what could have been an absolute disaster results in a short punt. And Tewksbury will take over here on their own 45-yard line with Connolly in the shotgun formation. 5:40 to go here. First quarter action from Lawrence. The 3-1 Redmen lead 7-0 on a 29-yard touchdown pass by junior quarterback James Connolly. Connolly under center with 2 backs in the backfield, hands it off. Lancer defense swarms, and Tewksbury picks up a gain of about a yard. That's Wynn on the carry. Senior running back, senior captain Brandon Wynn. Hernandez for Lawrence making the tackle after a gain of a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. Matovu, the motion man, and he gets the carry. Nice job by the defense to allow a minimal gain, maybe 2 yards on the carry. Santel helping out on the tackle. That's going to bring up a 3rd down situation for Tewksbury. They need to pick up 7, needing to get it to the Lancer 45 to pick up a first. They have a 7-0 lead, 4:30 to go here in the first quarter. Connolly in the shotgun. 2 backs in the backfield for Connolly. Fakes the handoff, he's back to throw, fires near side, and it's complete. Might be short of the first down. It's all gonna depend on the spot. Mason Lorick, the senior captain, with the reception. And let's take a look at the spot. That's going to bring up a 4th down. The Lancers luck out there with this spot. 4th down and just barely a couple feet. Looks like Tewksbury's going to go for it. Here we go, 4th and less than a yard for Tewksbury. They're in a power I formation. Connolly under center, takes the snap, hands it off, and it's a 1st down and more for Wynn. Wynn still on his feet, gets it inside the 25, brings it up to about the 21-yard line. Another 3rd down conversion for Tewksbury. That time it was Brandon Wynn ripping one up the middle. New line of scrimmage after the 1st down is the Lancer 21. Clock rolling here in the first quarter, 3:14 to go. Another power I formation. Matovu, the fullback for Wynn. Now 3 backs in the backfield. Play action fake, Connolly with time to the end zone, and it's incomplete. Blake Hiltz could not haul that one in, even though he was wide open.
Coverage on the play by Lawrence's Anthony Garcia. Second down and 10 now for Tewksbury at the Lawrence 21.
The incompletion brings up 2nd and 10 for the Redmen. Clock stopped now with 2:54 remaining in the first. Connolly runs in from the sideline with the play.
Timeout called by Tewksbury.
And we're going to have our first charge timeout of this game. Tewksbury head coach Brian Aylward calls time.
This news just in, the Lancer volleyball team has just defeated Greater Lowell to improve their record to 10-3 and qualify for the state tournament.
Over in the field house, the Lancer girls volleyball team just defeated Greater Lowell, earning themselves a playoff spot. Their record improves to 10-3. It's been a great season so far for the Lancers volleyball team this fall. Connolly in the shotgun here after the timeout. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 wide receiver set. Connolly gives it to Matovu, and he's wrestled down from behind. Nice defense there, a tackle for a loss by Chevreau. He loses a yard, and it's 3rd and 11 coming up for Tewksbury. Could be 4-down territory here if Tewksbury is able to gain some yardage here on 3rd down. Just need to get it close to the sticks. Might be just out of field goal range. I formation, 2 backs in the backfield. Man in motion right to left. It's a handoff. Lancer defense was ready for that one. And Wynn is gang tackled. Another tackle for a loss on consecutive plays. That's going to bring up 4th down. Looks like they say he got back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain. And let's see what the Redmen want to do here on 4th down and 11. Looks like they're out of field goal range, and so they're going to go for it. Connolly in the pistol formation, 3 wide to the far side right. Connolly back to throw. He's got time for now. Steps up in the pocket, going to scramble, and he's going to be brought down for a sack. Ball might have come loose. It doesn't matter. It's 4th down anyways. And the Lancers are going to take over here regardless of who recovered the fumble. Great job by the Lancer defensive line to bring the pressure while Connolly was stepping up in the pocket. The Lancers do recover the fumble. Great defense there by the Lancers on 3 consecutive plays. And the Tewksbury drive stalls out, and the Lancers take over at their own 26. This will be their 2nd drive of the ball game. Once again, Jacob Tamayo, the sophomore quarterback in his 2nd career start. Last week, the Lancers lost 19-0 in North Andover. Tewksbury scored 43 points in a win against Drake last week. They've got 7 on the board so far here with 1 minute 5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Tamayo in the shotgun. Man in motion left to right. Toss sweep. This is Garcia turning the corner. Garcia had a little bit of room to run. He slipped. Gets close to a 1st down. In fact, he does pick up the 1st down, 10-yard gain for the Lancers. Give him 11. New line of scrimmage after the run by Garcia. 37-yard line is the new line of scrimmage. Clock rolling, under a minute to go here in the first. Four wide receiver set, 2 to the far side left, 2 to the near side right, 1 back in the backfield for Tamayo. 1st and 10 Lancers. Takes the snap, back to throw, throws to his first read, over the middle, complete. Manny Lara with the reception, solid gain on 1st down. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. The score after one, Tewksbury 7, Lancers nothing. We'd like to thank you folks for joining us this evening on LPS Media, your home for Lawrence Lancers athletics. We'll take this opportunity to remind you that we broadcast on both Comcast Channel 99 and Verizon Channel 41. LPS TV broadcasts 24 hours a day, covering events at all of the wonderful public schools around the city of Lawrence. Some of our regular programs include LHS Sports, theatrical productions, school committee meetings, and Inside LHS. You can find LPS Media all day, every day on any device. Our YouTube channel is simply titled Lawrence Public Schools. Get the app or open up your browser and you can watch over 1,000 videos from the last 5 years.
Wonderful public schools around the city of Lawrence. Some of the regular programming includes LHS Sports, theatrical productions, school committee meetings, and LPS Rewind, a show featuring news and events from all around the Lawrence Public Schools. Check out LPS Media all day, every day on any device.
So here is Tamayo in the shotgun. He's got one back in the backfield. Here comes the first play of the second quarter. It's a 2nd down and 5. Tamayo throws to the running back. This is Pena. Pena trying to turn the corner, and he's just able to gain a yard, maybe 2. They give him a couple. It's going to be 3rd down and about 3.
3rd down and 3 to go for the Lancers from their own 44.
Lancers trying to pick up a 3rd down conversion here. 3rd and 3. Two wide receiver set. 2 backs in the backfield for Tamayo. Hands it off, but there's a fumble, and Pena falls on it. That's going to be a loss of about 6, and it'll bring up 4th down. And that'll bring on the punting unit once again. Sloppy handoff from Tamayo to Pena. Last time out, Mesidor was able to handle a bad snap and somehow managed to get a punt off with 2 rushers around him. Mesidor handles the snap, the pressure comes in, but he gets the punt away. No fair catch called for, and good coverage on the return by Lawrence. No return for Mason Lorick. Nice job on the kick return coverage unit. So Tewksbury's going to start their 3rd drive of the ball game. First ended in a touchdown. The second ended on a 4th down fumble. And they'll start this drive off from their own 26-yard line. 9:26 to go here in the second quarter with the score Redmen 7, Lancers nothing. Connolly under center. He's going to hand it off. And a nice 1st down run up the middle for a gain of 8, maybe 9 yards. And that's Kavanaugh, the senior running back on the carry. They give him 8, and that brings up 2nd down and 2 from the Tewksbury 34-yard line. Second and 2 for the Redmen. 2 wide to the near side right. 2 backs in the backfield for Connolly. Hands it off again. This is Wynn trying to change directions. He's going to be close to the first. It's going to depend on the spot. And finally he goes down. Forward progress will bring him close to the 36-yard line. And let's check the spot. He gets a pretty generous spot there. Chains will move. Got it out to the 37-yard line, 1st and 10, Tewksbury. Clock rolling here, under 8:30 to go in the second quarter. Redmen on top, 7-zip. Connolly under center with 2 backs. Fakes the handoff, plenty of time to throw, fires to the far side, and it is caught by Lorick. And Lorick brings it into Lancer territory to the 24-yard line. Mason Lorick, he scored the only touchdown of the ball game so far. He makes a nice over-the-shoulder catch to bring it to Lancer 24-yard line or so.
Ball spotted at the 23-yard line, Lawrence.
Again, Connolly under center with 2 backs. 1 wide receiver to the far side left. Handoff up the middle. This is Wynn. Wynn breaking a few tackles. Great run on 1st down by Brandon Wynn.
Wynn on the carry. He's inside the 20, down close to the 15. 2nd down and short now.
Wynn brings it into the red zone. And it'll be 2nd and 3 for Tewksbury. Again, Connolly under center with 2 backs. 2 tight ends as well. Matovu in motion. It's a toss to the left to Wynn. Wynn is going to pick up the 1st down and a little bit more. Wynn gets it inside the 10, close to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Redmen. And we have whistles. Timeout called by Lawrence, their first charge timeout. We'll take this opportunity to remind you to check out the Lawrence Public Schools homepage. Here are some recent stories you can read about on any device. LPS stands with dreamers. We have resources for schools, students, and families for you to check out. The South Lawrence East Middle School had its 2017 open house, and the Lancer girls volleyball team, as we mentioned earlier, improved to 10-3 after a win against Greater Lowell. You can check out all those stories and more at the LPS homepage located at lawrence.k12.ma.us. So the only score of this ball game so far, a 29-yard pass from James Connolly to Mason Lorick in the 1st quarter. That made it 7-0. And that's where we stand with the Redmen knocking on the door here. Line of scrimmage will be the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal for Tewksbury at the Lawrence 6-yard line.
It's a tight formation for Tewksbury. 3 backs in the backfield, 1 tight end, no wideouts. It's a handoff up the middle to Wynn, and Wynn plows forward for the touchdown. 13-0, Tewksbury. So the senior captain, Brandon Wynn, has had a great night running the football. Tewksbury trying to make it 14-0. Whistles before the snap. And it's going to be offsides against the defense. And so half the distance to the goal, the new line of scrimmage for the point after will be the 1-yard line. And it looks like Tewksbury might be sending in the offense to go for it now that they have the ball 1 yard closer Tewksbury getting greedy here after the penalty. Let's see if the gamble pays off. They'll try to go up 15-0. Connolly under center. Once again, 3 backs in the backfield. Trying to keep the Lancers guessing. Connolly hands off, and the Lancers make the stop. A loss of a yard for Brandon Wynn. The gamble does not pay off, and the score remains 13-0. So with 7 minutes, 9 seconds to go here in the second quarter, Tewksbury 13, Lancers nothing. Mason Lorick, a 29-yard touchdown reception in the first quarter to make it 7-0. And just moments ago, a 6. The Lancers will have Ronnie Pena and Ruben Morello back deep to return the kickoff.
Mason Lorick set to kick off for Tewksbury.
Another short kick, this one fielded at the 24. And the return is brought out to the Lancer 33-yard line. That's Garcia on the return. Picks up about 8 yards. So first and 10 for Tamayo and the Lancers. 7:04 remaining in the second quarter. Lancers down 13-0 here against the 3-1 Tewksbury Redmen, ranked 22nd in the state by the Boston Herald. And we have whistles before the play. Timeout called by Lawrence. They'll have an opportunity to talk things over before the first snap of this drive. First and 10 from the 34. Tamayo in the shotgun. 1 back in the backfield, 2 wide to the near side left, 1 to the far side right. Pump fake by Tamayo, throws incomplete near side. He was looking for Roniel Pena. Second and 10, under 7 minutes to go now in the second quarter. Tamayo in the shotgun with Santel, the back in the backfield. Don't think he's gotten a carry yet tonight. Tamayo back to throw, near side for Montanez, complete. Montanez trying to make a move up the near side. Dives forward, gets it to the 42.
Across the 40-yard line. Tackled by Tewksbury's number 8, Brandon Hills. Ball spotted at the 42-yard line. Lawrence now a 3rd down.
Lancers can't buy a 3rd down conversion tonight. They need to pick up 2 yards here. Trying to get it to their own 44. And let's see what they have in the playbook here for this 3rd down and 2. 2 wide, 1 to either side, 2 backs in the backfield for Tamayo. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, and it's dropped. Ruben Murillo can't make the catch. He was open over the middle on the slant. And it looks like the punting unit will come back out onto the field for Lawrence High. Once again, the Lancers failed to convert on 3rd down. Mesidor back to punt. for the third time tonight. Lorick is back deep, standing on his own 22 to return the punt. Mesidor gets the punt away. Lorick is going to let this one bounce. It takes a Lancer bounce. They need to chase that ball and down it. It goes out of bounds at about the 7. Excellent punt there by Muset Mesidor. What a punt there by Mesidor. And Tewksbury, with 5:50 to go in the second quarter, will be backed up deep inside their own 10. The line of scrimmage will be the 8-yard line to start this drive off. Connolly lines up under center. He and the Red Men lead 13-0. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 tight ends. And that's a nice running play, a pickup of over 10 yards, a first down run there for Nolan Kavanaugh, the senior. Chains will move.
Chris Chevrolet made a tackle for Lawrence, but Tewksbury picked up the first down after the 19-yard line. Gain of 11.
Kavanaugh rushes for 11 on first down. First and 10 from the 19. Connolly under center, fakes. So running play up the middle, faking the rollout. And that was Matovu on the fullback run. Some solid misdirection on that play. Gain of about 6 for Matovu. And Tewksbury needs 4 here on second down. Connolly in the shotgun, 5 wide receiver set, 3 to the near side right, 2 to the far side left. It's a bubble screen far side for Lorick. Lorick gets the first down, and he is brought down at about the 34. Gets out of bounds and stops the clock with 4:51 to go here in the second quarter. .451 left here in the first half from Lawrence. Your 0-4 Lancers against the 3-1 Redmen. This drive started at the Tewksbury 8-yard line. Connolly and the Tewksbury Redmen trying to go the distance here. I formation run here for Wynn. Wynn runs into his own blocker. Picks up 3 yards or so. Second down coming up for the Redmen. They need 6. Lancers are going to call a timeout. They want to talk this thing over. We can take this opportunity to remind you to check out LPS Media on YouTube. You can find our channel by searching for Lawrence Public Schools. Currently featured, the latest episode of Inside LHS is up, featuring a headmaster's update and some sports talk in the coach's corner. Governor Charlie Baker and Mayor Daniel Rivera spoke at the LPS College and Career Pathways kickoff ceremony. And the latest episode of the Arlington Middle School Gator News is now up for your viewing pleasure. You can check out those videos and over 1,000 more from the last 5 years on the Lawrence Public Schools YouTube channel on any device. Under 4 minutes to play now in the second quarter. After the Lancer timeout, it's 2nd and 6 for Connolly and the Redmen. Tight formation with 2 backs in the backfield. This is a handoff to Kavanaugh, spin move. Nice move by Kavanaugh to get it into Lancer territory. And that's a gain of about 18 yards. Sorry, more like 14 yards. And a little bit of extracurricular activity over on the far side. Referees need to separate the Lancers and the Redmen, and we have flags down and most likely some unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. 1, maybe 2 will be handed out. Let's see who this one's going to be on. After the 14-yard run by Kavanaugh, let's see if it's going to go back or if it's going to go forward, or if we will have offsetting penalties. The referee's talking things over at about the Lancer 45-yard line, which would be the line of scrimmage after the penalty, or sorry, after the run, before the penalty. Still talking things over. Before any penalty, it would be a 1st and 10 from the Lancer 45. Waiting on the call here. Let's see. It's going to be a holding penalty. After all of that, after some pushing and shoving on the far side of the field, it's going to be a holding penalty to nullify that nice run in the spin move by Kavanaugh. So it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on the Lancers and holding on Tewksbury. And so they will assess the holding penalty over the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So the Lancers really catch a break on this one. And the referees still seem to be talking this one over. For the moment, the line of scrimmage will be the 39-yard line of Tewksbury, where it's back to a 2nd and 6. And so the penalty was a holding call at the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 10 yards back from the spot of the foul. And so the Lancers really catch a huge break there. They're called for unsportsmanlike conduct, but the holding penalty at the line of scrimmage supersedes the unsportsmanlike conduct. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and about 15, maybe 16 yards, as Tewksbury needs to get it to the 45. I formation with 1 wide to the far side left. This is a toss left side to Wynn. Wynn, with a solid run of about 6 yards, gets it back to the original line of scrimmage before the penalty. 3rd down and about 9 needed for the first. And here we go, a big 3rd down in this game coming up here. Lancers would love to get the ball once more before halftime. Tewksbury taking their time here, letting the clock roll. 2:41 left in the second quarter. Connolly on 3rd and long in the pistol formation. 2 wide to the near side right. Man in motion left to right is Wynn. Back to throw is Connolly, steps up in the pocket, fires, complete for Lorick. And he's going to be short of the first down. Lorick ends up about 3 yards short of the first. So it's going to be 4th down, 4th and 3, and the Lancers want to call timeout to save themselves some clock. Unofficial scoreboard clock showing 2:12 remaining in the second. And Tewksbury will punt here. Murillo is back to receive the punt. Win the punter. Win punts. Line drive punt. Takes a Tewksbury bounce, now a Lawrence bounce, and it is downed at the 30. And that is where Tamayo and the Lancers offense will take over. This new Lancer offense still trying to get their first score. This is the second start for the sophomore Jacob Tamayo. 5'9", 155, the sophomore quarterback. Let's see what the Lancers can do in the 2-minute drill here. Trying to punch one in before the half. Nothing would be more uplifting than to see the Lancers get a score here before halftime. Tamayo in the shotgun, 3 wide to the near side left, 1 wide to the far side right. Jacob back to throw, throws it deep near side for Montanez, and he can't come up with it. Montanez was open, he had it in his arms with room to run, but he could not haul it in. That's 2 drops on the night by Lancers receivers. Good coverage though. That was Hiltz on the coverage. Second and 10 Lancers, 4 wide again for Tamayo. To throw on second down, this time Montanez makes the catch, plowing forward. He's got a first down. Up to the Lawrence 40-yard line, and the chains will move.
That is good for a Lancer first down. Shane Alward on the tackle for Tewksbury. First and 10 Lawrence.
Montanez gets it to the 41. First and 10. Two wide to either side for Tamayo, 1 back in the backfield. Lancers running the 2-minute drill here. Trying to punch one in before the half. Jacob with time, but whistles. And that's a false start by the offense, and that'll bring the Lancers 5 yards back to the 36-yard line. So first and 10 becomes first and 15. Clock rolling here, just over a minute to go here in the second quarter. Lancers taking their time, huddling up. Tamayo with the play, bringing it to the huddle. Under a minute now remaining in the second quarter. 1 tight end, 3 wide receiver set. 1 back in the backfield. Garcia goes in motion. They fake the handoff to him. Back to throw. Murillo was wide open, but it was just overthrown. Murillo would have had 6 if Tamayo could have gotten him in stride. It was just a yard in front of him. And that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 15 for the Lancers with 40 seconds on the clock here in the second quarter. Two wide to the near side left, two wide to the far side right. One back in the backfield for Jacob Tamayo, the sophomore, trying to lead the Lancers down the field. He's under pressure, scrambling, and he's going to be sacked.
Tamayo is sacked by number 58, Justin Rosberg, the senior captain.
And that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 18 yards or so.
Loss on the play back to the 33-yard line.
New line of scrimmage after the sack, the Lancer 33. The Lancers need to get it across midfield to the Tewksbury 49 to pick up a first. And they call timeout before this play. They have 1 timeout remaining. Should they choose to use it, Tewksbury has 4 timeouts remaining. Unofficial scoreboard clock showing 34 seconds left here in the second quarter. Let's see what the Lancers want to do here. They can go conservative, but Tewksbury has the ability to stop the clock 4 more times. They could go for the long ball, but Tewksbury not afraid to bring some pressure, as they did on the previous play to pick up the quarterback's sack. So a lot of options on the table here for the Lancers on this 3rd and 18. Tewksbury may try to get the ball back 1 more time here before the half. So the Lancers come out with 4 wide. Santel in the backfield for Tamayo. 2 wide to either side. Tamayo back to throw. He's going to heave it deep, looking for Murillo, and it's picked off at the 39-yard line. Mason Lorick with the interception. And Tewksbury has 28 seconds to work with. Intended receiver was Murillo, but the sophomore quarterback was throwing into double coverage, and Mason Lorick did a good job to leap up and get that ball at its highest point. Lorick with a touchdown catch and now an interception on the night. So the score 13-0 Redmen on top of the Lancers. 28 seconds to go until halftime. Connolly under center, I formation. Kavanaugh goes in motion. It's a toss to win, double reverse, trick play, throw over to Connolly, and Connolly is gonna run it. Pretty well executed trick play there. Connolly ends up with it, and he gets it across midfield, gets it across the 40. There is a penalty flag down, and that's going to be a holding call on the Redmen. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Clever trick play, a double reverse, and then a pass to the quarterback. A lateral pass to the quarterback, and then Connolly ran it up for a gain of about 15 yards, but holding is going to bring this one back. So the ball on the 26 after the holding penalty. First down and 24 with 18 seconds to go in the second quarter. Here's Connolly back to throw. Tewksbury very aggressive here at the end of the half. Fires it deep down the far side, and it's caught What a reception by Lorick. Mason Lorick is having himself quite a first half here in Lawrence, all over the field. Another penalty flag is down though. Lorick with an unbelievable catch over on the far side. The call is pass interference against Lawrence. And that's always embarrassing when you interfere with the receiver and he still manages to make the catch. Tewksbury has 8 seconds to work with. And they are close enough. They're going to call a timeout. And they are close enough to take a couple of end zone shots here. Maybe they'll get one shot at the end zone with 8 seconds, maybe two. That's the second charge timeout for Tewksbury. They have 3 remaining here with 8 seconds to go. All right, it's a pistol formation. 2 wide to the far side left, 1 to the near side right. Here's Connolly, steps up in the pocket. It's a 4-man rush, and Connolly is going to run with it. 2 seconds, 1 second. Connolly trying to make it to the end zone, and he's going to be brought down at about the 14-yard line. And the Lancer defense holds. And that's the final play of the first half. We'd like to thank you folks so much for joining us here this evening on LPS Media. We're going to take a halftime break with the score. Tewksbury 13, Lancers nothing.
Él detesta hacer la tarea. Sí sé que es inteligente.
¿Por qué me resulta tan difícil?
Solo tiene que esforzarse un poco más.
Siendo mi mayor esfuerzo.
1 de cada 5 niños tiene dificultades de aprendizaje y de atención. Aclare sus dudas en understood.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back, Lancer fans. Thanks for joining us on LPS Media for this matchup in varsity football between the Tewksbury Redmen and your Lawrence High School Lancers. Friday, October the 6th, 2017. Our crew for tonight's game, Katie Curiel, David Vinas, our producer, Fernando Rodriguez, and my name is Jay Oza. It's a privilege and a pleasure to provide you with tonight's broadcast here on LPS Media. Broadcasting, of course, on both Comcast Channel 99 and Verizon Channel 41. Lancers deferred to start off the first half, and here is Garcia returning the second half kickoff, and he gets it up to about the 32-yard line, and that is where sophomore quarterback Jacob Tamayo and the Lancer offense will take over. The score after one half, 13-0, Tewksbury in the lead. In the first quarter, Mason Lorick had a 29-yard touchdown reception. In the second quarter, Brandon Wynn ran 6 yards for a touchdown to make it 13-0. And here we go with the Lancers on their own 32-yard line to start off the second half. 3 wide receivers set for Tamayo and the Lancers. 1 back in the backfield. Garcia goes in motion, takes the jet sweep, trying to turn the corner. He's back to the line of scrimmage and doesn't get much more.
Garcia on the first down carry, tripped up after a short gain.
Gain of about 2 yards they give him. He manages to get it to the 34-yard line. Nope, now they move it back to the 33. 2nd and 9 for the Lancers. Would love to get some offensive momentum here. Still very much in this ball game, down 13-0. This is after Tewksbury scored 43 points last week against Drake. A 30-point victory last week for the Redmen. Here's Tamayo under center. 3 wide to the near side left. Handoff up the middle. And that is Santel on the carry. Santel's rush gets to the 39-yard line, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 3. Lancers having a tough time converting 3rd downs tonight. A 3rd down to start off this second half, a 3rd down conversion that is, would be absolutely huge. 1 back in the backfield, Tamayo under center, 3 wide to the near side left. Play action fake, throw wide open. That's a catch on the far side. Roniel Pena got behind the defense. The Lancers pick up the 1st down and more, a big gainer on 3rd down. Redmen defense, the linebackers bit on the play action fake. It's a 27-yard pass from Tamayo to Pena. Once again, 3 wide to the near side left. 1 back in the backfield for Jacob Tamayo. Handoff up the middle to Santel. Gain of 1, maybe 2. They give him a yard. 2nd down and 9 coming up here on this first drive after halftime. Same formation that the Lancers have been working out of for the last few plays. 3 wide to the near side left, 1 back in the backfield. That's Santel. Tamayo under center, takes the snap, looking left. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage, and it's caught for a 1st down and more. That's Manny Lara. Chains will move here. The Lancers are in business on their first drive after halftime. Best field position of the game so far. Lancers in the red zone, right on the 20-yard line. Nice catch and run there by Manny Lara. I'd say at least 8 yards after the catch. Same formation here, 3 wide, near side left. Santel in the backfield. Tamayo under center. Takes the snap, play action pass. Tamayo under pressure, gets rid of it. And the intended receiver was Roniel Pena, but it falls incomplete. Tamayo did a great job just to get that one away for an incomplete pass. Lofted it up in the direction of Pena. And that brings up 2nd and 10 for the Lancers. 7:31 to go here, 3rd quarter action from Lawrence. 13-0 the score. Lancers trying to get on the board for the first time with their new offense. Meanwhile, Anthony Garcia on the near sideline is stretching out his left leg. That's one offensive weapon off the field for the Lancers right now. Now 3 wide to the far side right. Santel in the backfield for Tamayo. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Pump fake, throws to the end zone. Intended for Lara, falls incomplete. 3rd and 10 for Lawrence High. After consecutive incompletions, the Lancers need to pick up 10 yards here. Trying to get it inside the 10 for a 1st down. Big play in this ball game here early in the 3rd quarter. Could be 4-down territory for the Lancers. 3 wide receiver set. Santel in the backfield for Tamayo. Jacob takes the shotgun snap, back to pass. Here comes the pressure. and it's caught by Murillo, close to a first down. He's going to be 2 yards short. 4th and 2 coming up.
A gain of 8 down to the Tewksbury 12-yard line, and 4th down and a long 2.
Lancers going to leave the offense on the field here. Huge play in this ball game. Tamayo comes back to the sideline to get the correct play. Relays it to the huddle. Huge moment here in this ball game. First drive of the third quarter. A lot of movement here, 3 wide to the far side right. Santel in the backfield. And the Lancers call timeout. They want to get this play call right. The timeout comes with 6:26 to go here in the third. Tewksbury leading 13-0 on a 29-yard touchdown reception by Mason Lorick and a 6-yard touchdown run by Brandon Wynn. Lorick with both a touchdown reception and an interception in tonight's game. This could be the biggest play of young Jacob Tamayo's young high school football career here in his second varsity start. It's a 4th down and 2, a long 2. Lancers knocking on the door here, deep in Tewksbury territory. Shotgun formation, 3 wide. To the far side right, back to throws Tamayo, fires to the end zone, incomplete, intended for Lara. He was open too, he was open. He had a step on the DB, but the Lancers turn it over on downs. 6:19 to go here in the third. Tewksbury takes over on downs. They come up with a big defensive stop. The Lancers could not convert the 4th and 2. Would have loved 6 there. Manny Lara had a step, but the throw was a little bit overthrown into the far corner of the end zone. And Connolly and the Redmen take over for the first time in the second half. Wynn on the rush. And Wynn taking tacklers with him. That's a first down run by Brandon Wynn. Can't get away with arm tackles on Brandon Wynn, the senior captain. It's going to be a holding penalty though, so this one is coming back. It's an illegal block in the back as opposed to holding. Clock stopped with 6:11. New line of scrimmage after the penalty is the Tewksbury 6. First down for Tewksbury, deep in their own territory. They need to get it to their own 23 for a first. Carry over on the far side. And Wynn can't get back to the line of scrimmage. Might have lost a yard there, waiting for the spot. It's going to be second down. And they say he did get back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and about 16. .5:23 left in the third with the clock rolling. Lancers trying to come up with a big stop and give the ball back to their offense, which was able to gain some momentum on their first drive of the second half. It's a bootleg play. Connolly fires and it's caught. Lorick again picks up the first down for Tewksbury. And that's a dagger, a drive starter for the Redmen.
good for a Tewksbury first down.
Mason Lorick is having himself a night.
The 28-yard line, first and 10.
New line of scrimmage after the reception, the 28.
Mason Lorick now unofficially with 7 catches for 150 yards.
Lorick, his 7th catch of the ball game, 150 yards and a touchdown, not to mention the interception as well. 5 wide, 3 to the far side left. It's a bubble screen, and it's good for a gain of 2, maybe 3 yards. That's Wynn on the reception.
Pass complete to Brandon Wynn for a short gain. Brandon Santel made the tackle for Lawrence.
Wynn gets it just past the 30-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
Down now from the Tewksbury.
Red men need about 7 for the first. Trying to kill some clock here perhaps as well. 4:12 to go in the third. Connolly under center with 2 backs in the backfield. This is a handoff up the middle. Plenty of running room. Believe that's Matovu.
George Matovu on the carry for a big gain for Tewksbury.
Matovu gashes the Lancer defense there. All kinds of running room right up the middle for Matovu. He brings it to the Lancer 48. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Tewksbury once at their own 6-yard line, now at the Lancer 48. This is a reverse over to Matovu, who is going to lose a yard.
Matovu on the carry, but that play sniffed out for a loss by Brandon Santel.
2nd and 11 after the nice tackle by Santel. 3.5 minutes to go in the third.
Second down and 11 now for Tewksbury.
Lancer defense bending a little bit. Let's see if they can get a stop and get the ball back to their offense. Good news for the Lancers. Anthony Garcia is back out on the field playing corner after what appeared to be a left leg injury. Connolly in the shotgun now, back to throw, fires far side, incomplete. The throw was wide of Mason Lorick.
Intended for Mason Lorick, incomplete. Third down for Tewksbury.
3rd and 11 for the Redmen. Lancers desperate for a stop here. Trying to keep this thing a 2-score game. Connolly lines up in the shotgun. 1 back in the backfield. Man in motion, fake the jet sweep. Connolly under pressure, and it's complete. Lancers need to come up with a tackle here, and they do. And number 4, Blake Hiltz, brings it close to the 40-yard line. He gets enough yardage, though, to perhaps send the offense back out onto the field. Let's see if Tewksbury's going to punt it here or go for it. They're going to line up in a punting formation, but keep your eyes peeled as Wynn is the punter. And Connolly is part of the punting unit. So keep your eyes peeled for a fake here. Everything is in play on this 4th and 5. Wynn punts it away. Takes a Redmen bounce, and it's picked up inside the 10 and returned for about 4 yards. That's William Camacho with the punt return. Sorry, Miguel Camacho, beg your pardon. So Garcia is back on the field for the Lancer offense after tweaking his left leg. That's a good sign. And Tamayo and the Lancers set up shop from their own 14. On their last drive, the Lancers turned it over on downs. And that was deep in Redmen territory. No score so far here in the third quarter. Lancers trying to get on the board. 13-0 with 3 wide to the near side left. 1 back in the backfield for Jacob Tamayo. Tamayo, low snap, hits the ground, grabs it, fires over the middle looking for Garcia. And it was over his head. So the Lancers target Garcia on first down. And now it is 2nd and 10 from the 14-yard line with 1:40 on the clock here. Third quarter action.
Mikey plays nervous. You're always nervous. Good.
Lancers line up. And the shotgun. Man in motion right to left, and it's a bad snap. Tamayo has it. He throws it ahead, and that's a completed pass. But the wide receiver got decked. Roniel Pena with the reception. And he took a hit at the 20-yard line, or they give him the 19 rather. And Pena a little shaken up after that hit. Could have crunched his shoulder there. Third down coming up for the Lancers. Lancers need 6 here on third down. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Lancers deep in their own territory, needing a third down conversion. 2 wide to either side. 1 back in the backfield for Tamayo. Clock rolling, under 40 seconds to go here in the third. Jacob, movement before the snap. And that's going to be a false start on the offense.
Penalty against Lawrence. Illegal procedure, motion prior to snap, 5-yard penalty. Move the ball back to the 13.
And that's going to make what was a manageable third down now a difficult one. 3rd and 6 becomes 3rd and 11. Lancers need to find their way to their own 24 to pick up the first, and we have whistles before the play.
That's the end of the third quarter here at Veterans Memorial.
That's going to do it for the third quarter. We move on to the fourth with the score, Tewksbury 13, Lancers nothing. We'll take this opportunity to remind you once again that LPS Media is your home for Lawrence Lancers athletics. We broadcast on both Comcast Channel 99 and Verizon Channel 41. LPS TV broadcasts 24 hours a day, covering events at all of the wonderful public schools around the city of Lawrence. Some of our regular programs include LHS Sports, theatrical productions, school committee meetings, and Inside LHS. You can find LPS Media all day, every day, on any device. Our YouTube channel is simply titled Lawrence Public Schools. Get the app or open up your browser and you can watch over 1,000 videos from the last 5 years. Tewksbury Redmen come into Lawrence with a 3-1 record. The Boston Herald has them ranked at 22nd in the state. Lancers 0-4, looking for their first win since October 16, 2015, a 41-20 victory against Drake. 3rd and 11 for the Lancers here. First play of the fourth quarter coming up. 2 wide to either side for Tamayo and the Lancers. 1 back in the backfield. Here we go, back to passes. Jacob firing it over the middle, almost intercepted by Matovu. He was looking for Dylan Montanez, and this should bring on the punting unit for Lawrence High. Muset Mesidor into punt for the Lancers. And it should be Mason Lorick, the senior captain, to return the punt. We have a injured Tewksbury player at the 5-yard line. Our next LPS media broadcast will be Wednesday, October 11th, when the girls field hockey team takes on Central Catholic High School. After that, we will be at the girls volleyball game Wednesday, October the 18th, when the Lancers volleyball team takes on Drake-It. The Lancers picked up a win tonight against Greater Lowell, and they earned themselves a playoff berth. The Lancers girls volleyball team 10-3. So it's 4th and 11 for the Lancers. Mesidor is into punt from his own end zone. About 1 yard deep into his end zone, handles the snap. It's a high punt into the night sky. Mason Lorick drops the ball. It's loose. And the Lancers had a shot at that one, but Tewksbury able to recover. Number 12, Brian Perez, had a golden opportunity to scoop that one up, but Lorick, with some good awareness though, was able to fall on the loose ball, and Tewksbury takes over line of scrimmage, the Lancer 43-yard line. Connolly on the shotgun, 1st and 10 Redmen. This is a handoff to Wynn. Wynn on the stretch play, gets it outside, earns a 1st down, 13-yard carry for Wynn. Tewksbury with some good field position here at the Lancer 31, trying to ice this game early in the 4th quarter. 10:22 to play with the clock rolling. Tewksbury could put this one out of reach if they're able to make it a 3-score game. Connolly in the shotgun with one back in the backfield, one wide out to either side. It's a quarterback keeper on 1st down. Connolly makes a move. He comes close to the 1st down marker. Solid gain on 1st down. And Connolly picks up about 9. Second and 1 for Tewksbury. They are taking their time, killing some clock here in the 4th quarter. 2 wide to the near side left. Empty backfield for Connolly. We've seen this a few times tonight, the 5 wide receiver set. Man in motion, jet sweep, and the Lancers sniff it out. What a tackle. That's Kyle Zervis, the junior, on the carry, his 1st carry of the ball game. Nice tackle. Santel. Brandon Santel with the nice TFL there. Brings up a 3rd down. Lancers likely need to make 2 stops here to get the ball back. Almost certainly 4-down territory for the Redmen as they try to ice this game. Pistol formation for the Redmen, 3 wide to the near side left. Jervis goes in motion. Connolly throwing it deep, and it's picked off by Ronnie Pena. Lancer football inside their own 10-yard line.
Tewksbury pass intercepted by the captain, Ronnie Pena.
Ronnie Pena getting benched from his quarterback position, and he says, no worries, guys, I can still contribute on defense. And Ronnie Pena picks off Connolly, a huge turnover, and the Lancer offense takes over from their own 8-yard line.
First and 10 for Lawrence at their own 8-yard line after Ronnie Pena's interception.
Man, that's got to feel good for Ronnie Pena helping out the squad on defense. And he's in on offense here as well, presumably in the backfield for Tamayo. Two backs in the backfield, two wide to the far side left. Jacob takes the shotgun snap and he's going to hand it off. Carry up the near side. Ronnie Pena picks up the first down.
Justin Rosberg, number 58, made the tackle for Tewksbury. First and 10 Lawrence.
New line of scrimmage after the Pena interception and the Pena first down run is the Lancer 20-yard line. 8:11 to go in the game. The Lancers still in this thing, trying to put together a drive that started on their own 8-yard line, trying to go 92 yards down the field. They've got 80 to go. Two backs in the backfield, two wide to the far side left. Fake the handoff. That one is tipped at the line of scrimmage. Good defense by the Redmen. That's Tyler Wilson, the senior. Wilson able to tip that, and it brings up 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10 for Lawrence.
Clock stopped with 7:50 remaining in the game. Lancers down 13-0. Their new offense, led by Jacob Tamayo, has shown a lot of promise, but not a lot of points. Lancers shut out last week in North Andover. Tewksbury defense pitching a shutout so far through 3 quarters. 3 wide to the far side left for Tamayo. One back in the backfield. Shotgun snap to Jacob. Throws it over the middle and it's tipped incomplete. Win with the tip. Lancers looking at the refs for some pass interference as Garcia comes up a little bit slow. There was a lot of contact at about the 30-yard line, and Garcia's got to come out of the game again. Garcia favoring one leg, and he finds his way to the bench. Garcia trying to tell if he's cramping up or if he twisted or sprained something. He looks like he's in a little bit of pain on the Lancer bench right now. Lara, Murillo, and Montanez are the 3 wide receivers to the far side left. This is 3rd and 10 for the Lancers. Big play, heaved up by Tamayo, and that is picked off by Tewksbury at the 49. The 2nd interception of the game for Mason Lorick. He's having himself a night.
Mason Lorick with his 2nd interception of the night to go along with over 150 yards receiving.
Lorick over 150 receiving yards, 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. The senior captain is getting it done for the Redmen this evening. Tamayo heaved up a prayer looking for Montanez. Couldn't find him. And Lorick brings down his 2nd pick of the ball game, and Connolly and the Redmen will take over from the Lancer 48-yard line. Connolly under center with a fullback and a tailback, 2 wide to the near side left. It's a handoff, and it's a first down run for Kavanaugh. He brings it all the way to the 21-yard line, once again gashing the Lancer defense up the middle. 7:26 remaining in the ball game. Redmen trying to put this game on ice here, trying to make it a 3-score game. They're up 13-0 with 7.5 to go. Same play. And this time Kavanaugh gains about 3 yards, maybe 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
2nd down 6 now for Tewksbury for Lawrence 17.
Lancers need a stop to stay alive in this ball game. It's 2nd and 6. This time Connolly lines up in the shotgun. 1 wide receiver on either side. It's a handoff to Wynn. Wynn cuts back. What a move. Cuts back again. Wynn inside the 5.
Brandon Wynn on the carry. He's inside the Lancer 5-yard line.
Brandon Wynn shedding tacklers, 1 at the line of scrimmage and 1 5 yards beyond it. 1st and goal here for the Redmen on the 1-yard line. Can they punch it in here with the clock rolling? 6:37 left in the game. Trying to go up 20-0. 3 backs in the backfield for Connolly. It's a handoff to Wynn, and he stood up. Nice defense by Lawrence. Santel, a fine defensive effort tonight. Another big tackle for a loss. 2nd and goal from the 2. As Wynn loses a yard on 1st down. Under 6 minutes to play in the ball game now. Lancer still alive, but they need to force a turnover on downs here. Tewksbury on the 2. Can they punch it in? It's a toss to Wynn, and he's in for the touchdown. Brandon Wynn, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. And it is 19-0 with a PAT pending. And whistles before the point after. Don't see a flag on the field, at least not yet. Lancers guilty of an offside penalty. That is their 2nd offside penalty on a PAT. And half the distance from the goal line sets the PAT attempt up at the 1-yard line. So Tewksbury brings the offense back out onto the field to attempt the 2-point conversion. They'll try to make it 21-0. Connolly under center with 2 backs, and the PAT attempt, the 2-point conversion is good. Kavanaugh rushes home to make it 21-0. So with the score with the score 21-0, we have 5 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the game. Scoring summary so far in the 1st quarter, it was a 29-yard reception by Mason Lorick on the James Connolly pass to make it 7-0. In the 2nd quarter, Brandon Wynn rushed in for a touchdown from 6 yards out to make it 13-0. And just moments ago, Wynn, his 2nd touchdown rush of the evening, this one coming from 2 yards out, makes it 21-0. And the Lancers will have an opportunity to go deep into their playbook here and try a few things out with 5:10 to go in the game. Next week, the Lancers travel to Methuen. That will be Friday, October the 13th. And then the Lancers will host Haverhill on Friday, October 20th. And we will have that game broadcasted for you right here on LPS Media. Lorick to kick off. It's a short kick. And the ball comes loose, and Tewksbury thinks they have it. Might have been out of bounds, though, before Tewksbury recovered it. It was right in front of the Tewksbury bench. Should be Lancer ball after the muff. Believe it was Eduardo Rosario. And he couldn't come up with the ball. It goes out of bounds, and the Lancers will bring the offense out onto the field here. So the Lancers take over with 4:36 remaining in the game here. They're down 3 scores, so it's going to take something pretty special for the Lancers to get back into this ball game. Right now, I think they're thinking about just getting on the board. 2 wide to either side, 1 back in the backfield for Tamayo. Tamayo, screen pass near side, caught by Pena. Pena picks up the first down, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 43. That's Roniel Pena, number 4 for the Lancers, and he gets out of bounds. We do have an injured Tewksbury player on the field at the 46-yard line. Clock stopped with 4:18 to go in the game. That's Shane Aylward, the sophomore, who's slow to get up, now appears to be all right. First and 10 Lancers. Murillo and Camacho go wide to the far side left. Tamayo in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks to the far side, fires it deep, intended for Murillo, couldn't come up with the catch. Murillo at the 38-yard line couldn't quite haul that one in. Good coverage by the Red Men. And the clock stopped here, 2nd and 10 with 4 minutes to go in the game. Lancers need to get it to the Tewksbury 47 to pick up a first down. 2 wide to either side for Tamayo, 1 back in the backfield. Pena goes in motion. He gets the toss sweep. Pena comes very close to a first down, picked up 9, maybe 10. It'll depend on the spot. Chain's not moving yet. It looks like he might be just short. And the Lancers are going to be called perhaps for holding here. Indeed, the Lancers will have to go 10 yards back from the spot of the foul, and that nullifies a solid run. So the Lancers approach the new line of scrimmage, which is the 37-yard line. They'll replay 2nd down after the penalty. 2 wide to either side for Tamayo, 1 back in the backfield. Jacob takes the shotgun snap, back to throw, pressure coming. And the Lancers pick up a couple of yards on the completion to Brandon Santel. Lancers call a timeout here, saving themselves some clock. It brings up 3rd and 13 we will have after the timeout. Three minutes, 9 seconds to go here in the ball game. Lancers doing their best to get on the board here. Could be 4-down territory for the Lancers, just desperate to put some points up. 2 wide to either side for Tamayo, 1 back in the backfield. He's back to throw. He heaves up a prayer, and it's going to fall incomplete. He overthrew Isaias Richards. Richards, that's his first target of the ball game, 5'11", 170 sophomore. 4th down from their own 40-yard line. 4th down and about 13 to go to pick up the first. And the Lancers are going to leave the offense on the field here. Only 3 minutes, 2 seconds to go here in the ball game. Lancers leave their offense on the field for 4th and 13 from their own 40. 3 wide to the near side right, 1 to the far side left. Here's Tamayo, back to throw, feeling the pressure on 4th down, and he has to throw it away. Tewksbury will take over on downs. And it'll be Redmond ball from the Lancer 40. And so the Lancers looking for their first win since October 16th of 2015, that elusive win. They won't get it tonight here as Tewksbury comes in, and they are 2 minutes and 53 seconds away from shutting out the Lancers. Lancer defense has been pretty solid tonight, giving up 21 points against a Tewksbury team that is ranked 22nd in the state according to the Boston Herald. Tewksbury put up 43 on the Middies last week. It was a 30-point victory for the Redmen, and next week they will play against Chelmsford. Connolly will hand this one off. A 1st down run for Kyle Zervis. Junior runs that one up the middle for a solid gain on 1st down. It's going to be a face mask penalty on the Lancers. It's a 15-yard face mask. New line of scrimmage will be the 19-yard line after the personal foul face mask penalty against the Lancer defense. Clock rolling with 2.5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Redmen in the red zone. 2 wide to the near side left, 2 backs in the backfield, another running play. That is Shane Aylward, the sophomore, on the carry. Aylward is able to get that one back to the line of scrimmage, but not much more. Actually, looks like he lost a yard based on the spot. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 11. Lancers still have 3 timeouts to work with if they can force a turnover on downs. Two backs in the backfield here for Connolly, another handoff. This time it is number 44, Shane Darigo. Senior gets his first carry of the ball game. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, not much more than that. It's going to be 3rd and 10 for Tewksbury. Clock rolling here. The Lancers see if they want to call timeout. Looks like they're going to let the clock roll here. backup quarterback into the game for the Redmen. That's a handoff, and the Lancers are able to force a 4th down here. That is the senior quarterback, Tim Rivers, into the ball game here. Clock rolling here, 40 seconds to go, and this is going to be 4th and 10 with Rivers under center with 2 backs in the backfield. 1 goes in motion, now 1 back in the backfield. Nice job by the defense to get through and either force a fumble or it was a bad snap. Either way, it doesn't matter. The Redmen turn it over on downs. Some solid defense, and the Lancers will take over with 25 seconds to go in the game. The Lancers have 3 timeouts remaining and have the option of throwing a couple long balls. Or they can go the conservative route and run out the clock with a rushing play. So 25 seconds to go here in the ball game. Tewksbury leading 21-0. Tewksbury is going to improve to 4-1. The Lancers fall to 0-5. Tamayo lines up under center. 3 wide receiver set, 1 back in the backfield. Tamayo is going to toss it. Here's Camacho. Camacho trying to get to the sideline, picks up a 1st down and more, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 45. It's a run of 18 yards by Camacho and a 1st down for the Lancers. Clock rolling here, 10 seconds to go in the game. Let's see if the Lancers want to snap it one more time. They choose not to call a timeout. They're huddling. And that's going to do it, folks. The clock runs out on tonight's game. The Tewksbury Redmen pitch a shutout here in Lawrence. The final score, Tewksbury 21, Lancers nothing. Tewksbury improves to 4-1, while the Lancers, they fall to 0-5. We would like to thank you for joining us here on LPS Media, your home for Lawrence Lancers Athletics. Our crew tonight, Katie Curiel, David Vinas, our producer, Fernando Rodriguez. My name is Jay Osa. Thanks as always for watching LPS Media, folks, and we'll see you next time.